Excuse me. How's everybody doing this evening? So, first, just like to start, say my name, Marquez Thornton, for y'all who did not know. But yeah, this is, I guess, a quick video testimony about what all happened last year as far as me going to jail. Yes, last year I went to jail. Caught a lot of people by surprise, including myself. Was not expecting to go to jail ever in my life. Because I was like, who does that? Who goes to jail, right? But I guess the whole moral of the story will be to make sure you keep up with your IDs. Watch out for your IDs, because identity theft is no joke. So, let's see where to start. Okay, let's just start with the day. That day, it was a Thursday. I just got off of work. I was on my way home. My little sister called me, and she was like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, everything is all right." She's like, "Are you sure?" She said, "I got a weird feeling." I was like, "Weird feeling like what?" And she's like, "I don't know, just like something bad about to happen." And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, you overthinking right now. You just overfeeling, pretty much is what I told her right now." I said, "But yeah, don't worry about it. Everything good, man. I've actually had a great day, so you shouldn't be worried about it." She's like, "All right, well, I'm about to call Mama and Chani and just check on them, make sure they all right." I was like, "All right." I said, "I need to go get me something to eat." So I was on my way to get me some Chinese food. I wanted some Chinese food, so I was going to get me some Chinese food, and then got a little bit of gas, and I actually went to my mom's house that evening. I went over there so I could eat, pretty much take a shower, eat up her free food on top of my Chinese food that I was getting. So that's what I was doing. That was my plan. So I took a shower. I was sitting at the table. My mom came home. She probably got home about 8:30. Yeah, about 8:30. She came home, and I'm sitting there at her table eating her food and my food, of course, in my towel still, because I just got out of the shower, and smelling pretty good, I thought. So we was sitting there. They turned the TV on, and they had bought some pizza home, so I was eating pizza and Chinese and whatever she had in the refrigerator that evening. I don't remember what, but I was just sitting there, and then the doorbell rang, and my mom was like, "Don't answer the door this late at night." I was like, "For what?" I ain't scared. I'm not scared of whoever might be at the door. And then, they knocked on the door. Boom, boom, boom. So I get down there, and I'm like, "Who is it?" They's like, "It's the state police." So, I turned on the porch light, and I opened the door. And they're like, "Are you Marquez Thornton?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Marquez Thornton." But the whole time I'm thinking, like, "Oh my goodness, something probably happened to one of my kids," and like this, all the worst thoughts start coming through my head, like like possibly a friend or somebody that got hurt, and they were just trying to come to tell me. So that was the first thing that crossed my mind. It was like, "Well, we have a warrant for your arrest," and I was like, "Oh, are you serious? You got a warrant for my arrest?" I was like, "From where?" And it was like Marion County. And I was like, immediately it came back to my mind what had happened, like probably about 6 or 7 months earlier, or prior to that. Me and my ex now, but we were together, and we were about to get an apartment together. And she had ran my background check at the apartment where she worked at. She's like the manager out there or something like that. And she ran, and she ran my background check, and she called me. I remember she called me at work, and she was like, "Are you sitting down?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I'm driving." She said, "Well, we'll talk about it when you get to the house this evening, or to my apartment this evening." And I was like, "All right, that's cool." And I got there, and she's like, "Your background check came back for the apartment, and it says that you got felonies." So I was like, "Are you playing? Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yeah." It came back and said that you had. It said only 3 on there, but later come to find out that it was actually 6, but each of them were double accounts or double charges for each of them. And the charges ended up being grand theft auto, receiving stolen car parts, and forgery. Forgery was the third one, or sixth one, however you want to say it. And so yeah, she called me. We talked. Well, I got home. We talked about it, and then the next day I called down to Marion County where the charges were, and they said that well, if it wasn't you, your fingerprints would be on, or whoever fingerprints they were would be on account. So just go down to your police station, get your fingerprints done, send us a letter, and we'll figure everything out. So I did everything they told me to, and I sent all the paperwork down there, and they sent me back a letter saying that, okay, nothing came up on you, so everything was fine. So I'm like, I just stopped thinking about it, like, okay, it's nothing. And then I get back to that day where I got arrested, and it comes back like, I guess everything was not fine. So let's see what happens. So let's see, police at the house, and it's like, all right, we got a warrant for your arrest. And I'm like, oh, nah, are you serious? So there's like, well, do you want to go on your towel, or do you want to go upstairs and put on some clothes? And I was like, well, I'm going to put on some clothes. So I go to run upstairs in my towel, because I always run up the stairs because it's the fastest way up. So I go to run upstairs and get some clothes. They're like, hey, stop running. I'm like, what you thinking, about to run and just jump out the nearest window? I don't think so. But I get upstairs, and the cops or state troopers come up behind me, and I'm telling my mom, they about to arrest me. They say I got that felony stuff didn't get cleared up, and I was trying to tell the cops, that it wasn't me, that it was a mix-up, and they was like, pretty much they didn't want to hear, like, oh yeah, we've heard that before. And I was like, are you serious? All right, I guess I gotta go to jail. So they was like, well, we'll let you get dressed and we'll take you to the car and we'll handcuff you there, so your mom don't have to see you get handcuffed, pretty much. So I'm going down the stairs, and I look at my mom. She's like, don't cry. Because I was about to cry. I was like, oh, nah, I'm about to go to jail for real. Like, I ain't never been to jail a day in my life, and I'm about to go to jail. And she's like, don't cry. And, sucked it up, went down the stairs. They cuffed me, put me in the back of the black Durango. It was a nice Durango, if I wasn't, handcuffed in it. But, put me in the back of the police car, and they drove me downtown. Never read me my rights or anything. Just took me downtown, and it kind of got real when that garage door opened, and they drove the police car through the garage. I'm like, man, this is what it feel like to go to jail. Like, I ain't never, like I said, never been to jail, never been in trouble, never even thought about doing anything to get in trouble. I mean, that's crazy. So, I get in there, and they put me in, I guess what's called the drunk tank, and I'm thinking, I'm like, trying to ask them what's going on, and like, oh, well, you're getting transferred to Marion County, or down to Indianapolis. And I'm like, okay, like, I've never been to jail before, so I'm just thinking, okay, they're going to come get me, tonight, and we can get down there and get this all situated and get it all figured out. So, put me in the drunk tank, and like, big glass window, everything was, I wouldn't say cool, but everything was, I guess, comfortable. I mean, they did a pat down. I probably got patted down probably about 12 times that night. Like, pat down, they took all my clothes off, maybe put them back on, took them off again, put them back on again, and I think I was down there for like in the drunk tank for like 6 hours before they got me processed in, and then put me in another room, another drunk tank, and I sat in there, for a couple hours, and then it might not have been that long, but it felt long, felt very long. But they put me in the drunk tank. Yeah, put me in the other drunk tank. You know, after they got me processed through, you know, checked my vitals and all that, asked me thousands of questions about pretty much my personal information. And I just kept, you know, sitting, just kept thinking like, all right, I'm gonna be out of here soon. I ain't worried about it. I'm good. And then, you know, finally got me processed in. You know, it's probably about 4 or 5 o'clock.